Another day, another Pommy and guys, I am mad again today. I know, big shocker, but I'm actually mad for a good reason, and I think you'll be mad too. For those of you guys that don't know, the Nature Fairy class recently returned to Royale High, and you may think that's great, that's awesome, and personally, I think it's one of the best ways to farm. I recorded a farming hack video a couple days ago. I have another one that's set to come out this weekend or later this week, so this class has been awesome for farming. I made a ton of diamonds, a ton of levels, but you know what comes with nice things? Scammers and hackers. And it just feels like we just can't have nice things in this game. And it frustrates me, and I'm sure it frustrates you too. Now, basically, the whole premise of the Nature Fairy classes, I'm sure you know, you're not dumb, you already know, but I'm just gonna quickly reiterate it for those who maybe haven't played it, is that you are supposed to collect eggs. And I would say on a really good round, I get maybe like 50, 60 eggs max, okay? And that's when I had like a double boost or something where I'm getting double eggs for like 20 seconds or something like that. And I do have background footage actually me doing really good. And I'll show you guys some of my best I guess leaderboards, because I typically get first place usually because of the hacks that I use, which the video's coming out soon. But the max that I've gotten has been like 60 something eggs, which even that, I was sweating. Okay, my body was shaking. I'm not kidding. Like, it was actually really intense, and I get irrationally angry about this class, I'm gonna be honest. It's really annoying. But it's addictive, and I'm sure you guys have probably found it's addictive too. Now, you can imagine my surprise last night when I'm just playing Royale High for funsies. You know, I don't always record. I'm not always, an online degenerate. Sometimes I play games for fun, and I'm just playing the class for fun. Of course, I'm getting a little agitated. My eggs are dropping out of my basket, etc. And I see the most glorious egg, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm almost at exactly 50 eggs for this round. I just need one more egg, and then I get to unlock one of the big XP eggs for one singular round. That'd be great. And so I fly in over to go grab it by the spawn, and tell me why one of those bacons teleports in front of it, boom, 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 away, gone, and just like collects it and redeems it immediately at the nest. Okay, just tell me to go after myself. That's great, okay. And I thought maybe it was just a glitch on my end. Maybe my screen's glitching, I don't know. And honestly, it was like midnight, so I'm not thinking about recording. I don't care. I'm tired. I'm just like enjoying my root beer, because root beer is my favorite drink, and playing some Royale High. And so I go on about the next round, whatever, and then I realize, oh, there's a couple more bacons. And a lot of people say that people judge bacons wrongfully, so I'm like, you know what? Maybe they're just new players. You never know. It is a little bit suspicious, but you never know. And wouldn't you know it, these bacons are teleporting all over the map, and it's quite interesting because at the end of the round, they always have the even number of 80 eggs. Are they all just farming the exact same areas? That's interesting. And so at this point, I get out my OBS to record, and magically, as soon as I go to record, they leave. Thankfully, though, I had this person by the name of Harpie that sent me some screenshots from their own server of what they experienced. So keep in mind, this isn't just me. I'm not special, okay? Harpie also experienced this. And then I go to Twitter, and I find there are other people that are also experiencing this. And then I start to get mad. Because if you look, you can see Harpie right here. This is a screenshot of their gameplay, which cute outfit. But they have all these people here, and their usernames are all random names. These are bot names. Like, typically you'll see these kind of names for like people who are selling like third-party items, and they're using bots to distribute the items in Roblox. And they will wear either this avatar or that avatar. Like, these avatars are very distinct to people who are auto farming with bots, and they have like the weirdest names. Like, let's go over some of these names. Mesona Tion, Captain Quantum Moose, Swift T Bunny 70, Sir Zane Harper 767, Mason Plays Games 3S65, Zoe S Studio 42, Urza Creates Dev Dreamy. So if you can tell, they're obviously using some random username randomizer, because all of these have, for the most part, like a first name or like a title that we use to refer to somebody, and then like their job or whatever. So there's a pretty consistent naming with these. Now, if we go here, they sent me a picture of their leaderboard. Wouldn't you see this? Interesting. And don't pay attention to anybody in 4th or 5th place, because I don't know if those are bots. But these guys, Echo, Game, Club, Pro, Cole, like, hello? Like, this is making me feel like when I got like, I was so bad at reading when I was younger. I would get pulled into the hallway and they'd get me to read a book, and I'd be like, they'd show me the word orange. I'd be like, orange? And this is giving me PTSD. Yeah, I was one of those kids that got taken into the hallway. But specifically, you could see that these top 3 people all have 80 eggs flat. Now, I'm a little bit confused, because is it that there's a cap on how many eggs you can get? I don't think so. But is it that potentially that's only the amount of eggs that they can secure within a full server by teleporting around because of the amount, like how the eggs cap? And additionally, how annoying would that be for the average player? Because if you have these bacons, which no hate to bacons, but these bots teleporting around the map at all times, right? Anytime you go to get an egg, it's gone. And the egg or nature fairy class is already agitating as it is, okay? It's already very agitating. When I get those whoop noise and I see my eggs have dropped, I just want to smash my desk. Oh my god. It makes me so angry, okay? This class is rage bait, but it's so good at the same time because you make so much money. And that's what these bot people understand, which, my apologies, I don't know how loud that sounded on the mic. But genuinely, people understand this is a very easy way to make money. And so these bots, yeah, those are people that are selling stuff on third-party websites, these people. Yeah, because they're going to go ahead and farm, get a bunch of diamonds from this or accessories, and then they're going to list those diamonds for sale on things like Depop, Etsy, Facebook Marketplace, etc., and sell them to you. And the issue is, Royale High, obviously they have track records of virtually everything, and one of those things can also be how quickly you leveled up and how you leveled up. And if they're seeing that you're consistently getting 80 eggs and a super good nature fairy class player, such as myself, no, I'm not actually that good, I think I'm pretty decent, is only getting like average of like 50, 60 around, obviously something's up, okay? Something is up. And this is really agitating, especially since the nature fairy class is not something that's new to Royale High. This has been around for years, and back in previous years, this was also an issue with people botting the game and basically taking all the eggs, so average little Susan here couldn't get any eggs in a cute, twinkly, sparkly nature fairy class because these greedy roaches want to take all the Easter eggs and redeem them for XP so that they can level up faster and then go ahead and sell the diamonds on third-party websites. And that's one of the issues with the economic rework update, which I feel like has been pretty good in essence. I'm excited to see what they release next. But now that everybody's getting the same amount, you know, previously, these scammers or hackers, whatever you want to call them, would have to spend money to get the multipliers onto their accounts to make this really worth it for them, right? So they had to spend a decent chunk of money on all these accounts to buy the multipliers. But now that you don't need multipliers and everybody makes the multiplier amounts, they're able to just use as many random created brand new accounts to spam the crap out of this game and ruin it for everybody else. And the unfortunate thing is that isn't just like isolated to this person, Harpie, or to me. This is actually something that has been rampant on Twitter and people have been tweeting about it. And so far, it doesn't seem like anything's been done about it, which I understand it can be hard. And what's also confusing to me is how are these bots functioning in the Nature Fairy class? When I play like 3 rounds and I get one of those matching pop-ups, oh my god, that makes me so mad. When the round starts and I see an egg and I want to go fly over to it and boom, I get that annoying matching thing on my screen. I don't understand how these bots are avoiding that. Genuinely, I'm very curious. Like, do they just get kicked from the game when that comes up and then just join a new server? Because there obviously isn't. Wait, let's see how many bots are on the screen, actually. Let's see if we can count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 of them. There's no way this person has like 9 computers set up and is able to do the matching as soon as it comes up on the screen. And I feel like being able to do matching too is like not something that's super like codable. I don't know. I'm not super good at like hacking or using executors or whatever, exploits, whatever you want to call it. But I feel like something like facilitating something like that is a lot harder, like where you have to actually use your mouse to move things compared to just teleporting to the exact coordinates of when something spawns. I feel like that's a lot easier to do. Another weird thing to note is like, look at these people, like the bots. They're all just kind of like hovering there, creepy. Look at this menacing one, Masona. She's scary, but they just kind of hover there. And that's what really sucks, is that these people are taking away the joy out of a kid's game because they're greedy and are snatching quite literally eggs off a kid. This is like the equivalent of going to one of those like joint park Easter egg hunts that they used to host when, at least when I was younger, you all go to the park with a bunch of other random kids from your neighborhood and, you know, run around like little, I don't know, you're just crazy. I was like a Tasmanian devil running around trying to get all the eggs, and you'd like run into other kids, but it'd be so exciting because it was just like a lot of fun. And then some random grown adult comes by and just keeps taking your egg bucket and dumping it into a bin and taking your eggs. Like, that's the equivalent of this, and I feel like people don't understand that, and it's just annoying, okay? And I hope that maybe something could be done to like avoid the bots joining, and potentially, you know, if Royale High were to see this video or other people's stuff, that they can ban these accounts from the game, because obviously this is exploiting and it's not allowed. But regardless, that is the rant for today. I'm agitated, and I'm sure you are too, because it sucks. We just can't have nice things. The Nature Fairy class has to be one of the best way to farms in a very long time in the game, and it is so frustrating to, of course, like use usual, see people taking advantage of nice things and ruining it for everybody else, especially me. But I'm just trying to play Royale High last night, enjoying my root beer, listening to some YouTube commentary, and boom. This random robot is taking eggs away from me, and then I keep getting those matching things on my screen, and then I drop my eggs, and then I get slowed by 50%. It's just a whole time. It's a whole time, but regardless, let me know your thoughts down below. Have you seen people like this in your server? What did you do? I know a lot of people are oftentimes like, when there's an issue in Royale High, just say, oh, click the bug report feature. But it's not an issue with the game itself, it's an issue with players. So I would anticipate that probably the best way to handle this, which I'm not sure, would be to take a screenshot of the accounts and the usernames. Like, take a screenshot of them like this, like what Harpie did, and take a picture of that, email it to support@royalehigh.com and just say, hey, these are accounts that are exploiting, provide the usernames, and then hopefully they can ban them. And I know at the end of the day, exploiters will just make new accounts because it's not that difficult to do, but eventually, maybe all their accounts, they'll just get tired of it, maybe get tired of constantly being banned and give up. I don't know. But regardless, let me know your thoughts down below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.